What's going on, y'all? It's Locks. Today we got another Prize Picks video for you guys, and I hope you guys chilled yesterday's video. We went 4 out of 4 NBA player props, so we gave you guys, again, our player of the day smacked out easily. We gave you guys that nice little two-man that I recommended to you guys the most. That one hit sweat for you. Those ones both cashed in the first 3 quarters alone. So, again, we gave you guys that Santi Aldama play over that 32 PRA. He ended up, that 16.5 PRA. He ended up having 32 in total, so, again, damn near doubling that line. And then Julian Champagny over his 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists was our player of the day. He ended up having 15. So again, we give you guys that little two-man, then another two-man after that, 2 same-game parlays. And again, all 4 of those ones cashed out. So if you guys took anything from those videos and cashed out, let me know if you guys did down in the comments below. I love whenever you guys see you guys winning off my channel. And before we get into the player props I love on the board for today, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. Just being the word of me, going to be giving you guys the best content, the best value, and the best breakdowns I can find on this Prize Picks board, and just trying to get an overall edge and win some money together, which we're all here to do. And with that being said, we got some Thursday, January 16th NBA player props, so it should be a good one. A lot of good matchups. And with that being said, enough talking. We're going to go and hop right to the player props I love on the board. And again, I know I've said this in every video, but if you guys are new here, we do got a free Discord link in the description. Will be down below to join completely free. Again, it's just where we will be posting our player props, extra player props, announcements, player of the days, and again, just some other good stuff. So if you guys haven't joined, completely free. Link will be down in the description of this video. And to get onto the picks, we're going to be looking at 2 different games. Again, I've been rocking with this little strategy. Actually, the last 2 videos our players have hit. We've had a 2-man in the last videos. Unfortunately, on the video 2 days ago, we gave you guys 2 different same game parlays, went 3 out of 4. One of them still did hit though, so again, if you guys tell both, it ended up cashing. So I'm gonna keep on going with this little strategy, same game parlay, a player from each side of the ball. And in that case, we're going to be rocking with the Pacers and Pistons game. Love this matchup right here. And then the Cavs versus OKC Thunder. I believe this should be a very good matchup. We saw them last time. It was a nice down in the wire game. It's in favor of OKC minus 2.5, and the over and under is 232.5. And then again, this Pacers game versus Detroit should be also close as well, in favor of Detroit minus 3, over and under 227.5. So again, a lot of offense should be scored throughout these games. I believe it should be a good day of basketball. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video, it's not a big name player, not a star. He's a nice little role player. George Niang over his PRA line at 8.5. Now, I feel like this line is very low for him. If you look at his last 10 games, he's covered this line 70% of the time, 7 out of 10. And the games that he did go under, he ended up getting hooked by 1. As you guys can see, 7, 7, and then 7 right here. Again, pretty consistent at hitting his line every single time, though. Love this matchup for him against OKC. Obviously, the ranked number 1 in points allowed. But they do have a lot of rebounds, and this is a bigger guy. As you guys can see, he plays that power forward position. Now, OKC, they're going to be running small ball in this game. They got their big man, Isaiah Hartenstein. Obviously, they've had Chet out for a while now, I believe like a month or 2. Probably 2 months actually. So again, they're gonna be running small ball, especially with Hartenstein being out. Now George Niang, I feel like this is a very good line for him at 8.5. If we look at their defense against opposing power forwards and small forwards, which he typically does fluctuate through. Small forward is actually OKC's weak spot. They're ranked 29th, 28th, and 15th in PRA allowed. And then power forward, they still give up around 18, 10, and 3. So again, not the best, but not the worst value right there. But again, he does fluctuate from the small forward to power forward position, that 3 to 4 spot. So again, there should be some value, especially with that small forward edge right there. Now again, this dude's very consistent. Obviously, he doesn't get like crazy amount of minutes whenever it's a good game. He'll typically average around 20 minutes a game, takes 6 shot attempts, 6 rebound chances that he sees, and then 2.5 potential assists. Now his line is only at 8.5. I feel like this is a very good line for him. And if we look at his resume against these guys, obviously these 2 were from last season, and this was the last matchup that he had against these guys. He did shoot poorly in this matchup. As you guys can see, only made 1 shot out of the 5 attempts he took. If he made 1 more bucket out of the 5, again, he would have cashed out. But we got this matchup over there on the road, which this guy's actually been thriving on, coming off the bench for this Cavs team on the road. The part that I really liked on this play is George Niang has exceeded 8.5 PRA in 15 of his last 17 games on the road, averaging 13.4 PRA. So again, that is 5 over his actual line. Typically, whenever we find a value in like out of 17 games, again, that's such big of a number. Again, that's very good data. He's averaging that much over in that many amount of games. If we look at the 17 games on the road, as you guys can see, these are his last 17 games on the road, and there's only been 2 unders. It was this matchup against the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, they have pretty solid interior defense, and then Atlanta Hawks. It was kind of a blowout. They were kind of in control the whole time. It was just a rough day in general for the Cleveland Cavs. They only had 101 points scored, and again, He just really didn't knock down any shots, only made one, and then this matchup he only made one as well. But he still took the volume at 6 and 5. Literally, if he would have made one more bucket on both of those out of those ones and didn't only shoot 20%, less than 20%, he would have cashed out easily. So just unfortunate night. It's rare for him. But on the road, despite that, this dude's gone crazy, and I feel like this is a good matchup against OKC that he could go out there and do his thing. So with that being said, my player of the day in today's video is going to be Niang over that PRA line at 8.5. Love this line for him, and I expect this one to be a pretty good one that he could cover. Did they take this one down? Oh yeah, no, they're right here. So player of the day in today's video is gonna be this one over his 8.5 points. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, I give you guys a player of the day in every single video. Those are the ones I'm most confident in and recommend the most. In that case, we're gonna be rocking with this play right here. On the other side of the ball for the same game parlay, I've been rocking these nice little 2-mans recently on the channel. Nice little strategy that's actually been very effective for us recently. SGA over his 32.5 points. Now, like I mentioned, Hartenstein, he's a big part of the offense. Obviously, he was the center for this team. Now he's going to be out this matchup. Now, I like this one for Shea. Obviously, his line is very elevated at 32. If you look at his last 10 games, he's actually covered this line 50% of the time, though. And all the games that he's gone under, they've actually been close, and a lot of them have been blowouts. As you guys can see, the Wizards, he had 27, and it was a 40-point blowout. Obviously, he's going to get pulled out early. Philly, they were pretty much owning them the whole time. And then he ended up with 32, getting hooked by one. This matchup against the Clippers, it was a blowout. He had 29. Obviously, he's going to get pulled early. And then Charlotte, it was just a low-scoring, ugly type of game. Only had 22 right here. But I like this matchup against the Cavs. Obviously, last game, he got hooked by one. He had 31 points, but it was over there on the road in Cleveland. So, again, it was a tough matchup, tough environment, and he still ended up having 31, getting hooked by that 1-point mark. And then if we look at the other two matchups that we saw last season from him, he went 2 out of 2 against these guys with 34 and 43 points. So coming off this loss, I'm expecting him to go crazy. And again, with the lack of Hartenstein, obviously there's going to be more opportunities and shot attempts from Shea to really just carry this team and try and get the win at home. And the part that I really like on this play is SGA has exceeded 32 points in 6 of his last 7 games at home, averaging 35.7. So again, that's 3 over his actual line. If we look at all these games at home, the last 7 games at home, actually, he's covered this line well over it. And the only time that he went under was this low scoring game against the Clippers, and they're pretty much up the whole time. So again, they kind of pulled him out a little bit early. So obviously, with the 18-point game, he's not going to be able to cover in the end with the fourth quarter. Now this game should be close, and he's going to be playing down to the wire. If we look at him in close games, like against the Cavs, for example, he sees crazy minutes, 38 minutes last matchup. Again, I'm expecting to see 37 plus guaranteed as long as it's a close game. And if we look at Cleveland Cavs defense against opposing point guards and shooting guards, it's not the best. Obviously, overall, they're ranked 12 in points allowed, give around 111 a game. Point guard and shooting guard, though, they give around a combined total of 50 plus. And obviously, Shea's the MVP candidate for this year and is the go-to guy for this Thunder offense. They are at home. This dude goes crazy at home, and I'm expecting them to try and bounce back and even out the series so far in the regular season against his Cavs team, and believe he could score 33 points easily, which he's been doing in majority of the games at home recently. So love this line. I believe Shea should have a good night right here. So with that being said, 32.5 is going to be the second player on this first little 2-man I'm going to give you guys. Again, I've been doing this strat, same game parlay. I'm going to give you guys 2 different same game parlays. Nice little 2-mans right here. So George Niang and SGA is the first 2-man that I'm going to give you guys on today's video. Again, you guys can use these players at the end, though, at however you guys want, that you guys believe is best, benefit from the information and breakdowns I give you guys. But moving on to the Pacers and Pistons game, our first player from this game is going to be Jalen Duren over his rebounds and assists line at 11.5. Love this line for him. I feel like it's pretty low in my opinion. He could easily get rebounds with just his rebounds alone, and he's actually been diamond up recently. This is only 2 over his rebounds line. If you look at his last 10 games, again, majority of the games he's actually been seeing like 2 guaranteed assists, which would even out the line again at 9.5 rebounds. And there's actually been a lot of games where he's exceeded that 2 assist mark. So again, if we see 3 assists from him, again, that's just better overall edge in general. Now, if we look at Indiana Pacers defensively against opposing centers in rebounds and assists allowed, they're ranked 14th and 4, again, giving around 12 and almost 3 a game. Power forward position, they're ranked 24th and 22, giving around 11 and 5 a game. So again, almost a combined total of 23 and like around 8 rebounds and assists to those 4 and 5 spots. So I believe this should be a very good matchup for Jalen Duren. That high-paced Pacers team, again, should really benefit him. If we look at his last couple of games, whenever it's a good game, he'll typically see 27 plus minutes a game, and he sees so many rebound chances. Again, the last 10, he's been seeing 18 rebound chances and 4.4 potential assists, which is actually insane. Over 20 22 combined totals, and his line is only at 11.5. Again, I feel like this is a no-brainer, especially against the Indiana Pacers team, who's going to be flying down the court and just getting up shots right away. Just with the pace of this game, I feel like Duren should really exceed, and he has a great resume against these guys. If you look at his last 5 head-to-heads, he's gotten well over this line every single time. As you guys can see, 17, 15, 13, 17, and 14, and these are from the last 2 seasons. If we look at their head-to-heads this season so far, he saw 17 and 14, and again, these 3 were from last season. But again, despite that, he's gone well over. It hasn't even been close. Been seeing similar minutes at 28, 19 rebound chances, and 2.6 potential assists. So again, damn near identical stats to what he's been seeing in his last 10 games, and I expect him to have another good Barry matchup right here. So with that being said, Jalen Duren is going to be the 3rd player on today's video over that rebounds and assist line right here at 11.5. That is our 3rd player. And then with the last player on today's video, we are going to be giving you guys Pascal Siakam over his PRA line at 31.5. Now, if you look at his last 10, obviously he hasn't been too hot, but surprisingly, he's been actually very consistent at getting close to this line, even on the unders. If you look at the matchups, though, he's had some tough ones against the Cavs, for example, very low-scoring game. Obviously, it's going to be hard to score that many points and rebounds and assists against a team like the Cavs, especially in the over and under for only being around like 200 flat. If you look at this matchup against the Brooklyn Nets, they're pretty much up the whole game and didn't have to do much. This game was a blowout against the Phoenix Suns, probably got pulled out early. Tough matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks, against opposing bigs. Another matchup against Boston Celtics, which is one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. He got hooked by both 0.5 in these matchups, and these were tough ones. And this game was just crazy blowout against Boston. Obviously, he's not going to be doing anything in that matchup at all. Now we got this matchup against the Detroit Pistons. They are very vulnerable to that power forward position, specifically which Siakam does play. They're at 25th, 21, and 21 in PRA, allowed to give around 25, 11, and 5 a game, which is insane stats, especially for a guy like Siakam. He's a very talented player. If you look at his last 10 games, he's been averaging around 30 minutes a game, 15 plus shot attempts on shooting over 50%. Almost 11 rebound chances and 5.4 potential assists. A thing I really like about this play is his resume. Again, if we look at his resume against these guys, he's only gone under once, and this was all the way back at the beginning of last season. If we look at him so far this season, he's covered 2 out of 2 so far with 32 and 36. Both these matchups were very competitive ones. Obviously, Detroit Pistons blew them out last time by 24, and this was the time that he barely went over. So again, this game should be a lot closer. They just had a fluke. The Pacers have also been playing very good recently, just beating the Cavs. And again, as long as Detroit keeps up with these guys, it is at home for them as well. So again, they should be able to, which is why the spread is so close, and it should be a very good game. And again, the resume speaks for itself. Again, similar minutes at 32, similar rebound chances at 10.5, similar potential assists at 6, and then his shot attempts do actually go up against these guys, seeing 3 more shot attempts on average. So the stats are damn near identical. He has the perfect position-wise, as you guys can see. Just really in favor for him, and I'm not expecting him to have a good game right here. So with that being said, this is our last player on today's video. Pascal Siakam over that 31.5 PRA line. And these are my 4 players I'm going to give you guys for this Thursday, January 16th NBA player props. Again, 2 different 2-mans, but that's just how I'm be running it personally. Again, that's just a little strategy that I've been rocking with the last couple of days, and it's actually been very successful. And you guys can mix and match these however you guys want, or just tail all straight up, or just do it the way I'm doing it by splitting these 2 up, same game parlays. George Niang and SGA 2-man, and then Jalen Duren and Siakam 2-man. Again, however you guys want, or just take the player of the day. Again, just trying to give you guys my information and breakdowns. And with that being said, these are my 4 that I'm rocking with for this slate right here. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys in today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications. Mean the world to me. Again, went 4 out of 4 yesterday. The video before that, one of our 2-mans cashed out, and then our player of the day cashed out, and then went 3 out of 4. So again, our players have actually been very hot recently, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos. With that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.